I'd now like to call up Jordan Basile. Jordan, come up and talk a little bit about what last year was all about, what you're looking forward to this year, and maybe talk a little bit about the players, where they are now, and you have probably an announcement or two. So, Jordan Basile, Western Division champion Rangers.
First off, what a great season, and thank you for everybody that made it so special. Fans, media, staff, investors who made this whole thing possible. The Pew Crew, you're on my list. And you brought up the Johnny's hot dogs, and one thing that he didn't bring up was that the Pew Crew almost got chased into the parking lot after one of the games. and Johnny Campus is one of the guys that had to break it up, but the players were so supportive of the Pew Crew that he saw the picture. I don't remember exactly what you said of that picture, but he knew his family. The Pew Crew knew the family, everything about him, and they had him so rattled that he walked off of the mound and said, "I'm coming for you." So the players actually took off to the side of the third baseline and protected the Pew Crew so that this player wasn't coming to fight the Pew Crew. But anyways, that's how you rattled somebody apparently from Clemson. And like I said, told the Rainey Johnson story about all these guys. Johnny's went above and beyond. Said some musicians were a part of the crew. Actually, Lenny, a good friend of ours as well. The couple of the guys that stayed a few days later went to the Rod and Gun, and Lenny had his guitar in the corner of the room. He freestyled a little song about all the players on the team that were sitting there. It was a pretty cool moment. And you got that video? Yeah. And it was pretty cool. And the point being, like, these guys just didn't want to leave. They had so much fun. They didn't want to leave this area. And it's like, okay, we're at the Rod and Gun. You guys want to check in here? And then they're singing songs about them. And it's cool, pretty cool story. All the board members, Mr. Dietrich, who allowed me to step on such a wonderful field, and just everything that was into it. This could have went a lot of directions. The inaugural season went dark for 2 years, and this community support was unbelievable. So much appreciated. The highlights, obviously, we covered most of them. The 12-run inning, Bailey swimming to home plate, which you'll never forget. And just for everybody here and on video, we may change these signs up, we might not. So when you're on second base with 2 outs, you never make the third out at third base, right? So here we are, we decide to steal third base. And there's a couple things we do. Outs over the head, 1 hand, red light. Outs over the hand, 2 hands, green light. And I said, oh boy, swings aren't looking good at the plate right now. Green light, 2 outs over the head, green light. And here comes Bailey stealing third base. So we didn't make the out at third base. We actually tried to make the out at home. So at least we stole 2 bases in the meantime. So we not only made it to third, we surpassed third base and went a little bit further. And just as far as the highlights go, division champs, and this year's team I'm even more excited about. When I say like players want to come back to Jamestown, I was just talking to Mr. Mayor here, and I was saying, honest to God, like if every kid has contacted me and said I want to be back here, although we can't bring them all back. It's onward and upward. We're moving on. We are bringing 2 guys back this year, Johnny Campus and Luke Turner, 2 of our captains who did a great job with us this season. Older guys that are leaders, so we're excited to have them back. The roster was, I don't want to say filled so quick. We still do have positions open, but these guys all went back to their colleges and said, like, you got to go to Jamestown. You got to play in Jamestown. So, like, I didn't have to really reach out to anybody, although I did. Everybody contacted me to want to come here. So we have high expectations for next year as well. We expect to win it all, but if we don't, if we have the amount of fun that we had this year, everything will be great. So thanks again. Really appreciate it.
Hey, you did sign somebody already, who's here. So we want to introduce him.
Come on up. Bryce Jackson, Jamestown Community College.
I'm just going to keep it short and sweet because I'm not really a public speaker, but it's definitely an honor and a blessing to put my hometown's name across my chest and play the game that I love all summer with a bunch of new friends and teammates and brothers, and play in front of the community that has always supported me throughout my entire life, really. So that's really it, and go Skunks.
In case you're curious, Bryce, might want to pick up one of these cards. They're really nice.